I mean, when Chinese fighters have the lowest range fighters are around 1,500 kilometers, and you've got everything's in range down there. They got fighters that have extended range of over 2,000 miles. Some of their bigger fighters, they can cover from these bases. They can cover all of Southeast Asia. They can give air cover, and that is tremendous.
Looking at this and what Lee's about to load here, I can see no other reason for this other than you're going to see the Philippines, you're going to see Malaysia, you're going to see Singapore, and you're going to see Indonesia. The Chinese are going to invade them, and they're going to blitz all of them.
Now, I should tell people this was the critical area the Japanese took in World War II. And this sea was a key transit for Japanese access to oil and rubber and other resources in Southeast Asia. The Japanese controlled Hainan Island. They also controlled Vietnam, or French Indochina, Vietnam, Cambodia, and Laos. And they launched their attacks from in Southeast Asia and the Philippines from Taiwan, Hainan, and French Indochina, which the communists control. It's really, despite what people say, Vietnam's not with China. No, I know experts, and their Politburo is full of Chinese agents, the Vietnamese Politburo. So they're with these islands and the Chinese air cover. They can take Malaysia, they can take Borneo, they can take the Philippines. They've got the air cover to invade Singapore. They can reach down to Sumatra. It isn't that much further, and Java. Indonesia, of course, that's a large population there, supposedly a large military, but the Philippines, we were looking at, the Philippines have something like 10, 11 divisions, 1 armored division and 10 infantry divisions. It's more than we started with down in World War II there, but the Chinese have a ton more troops than the Japanese ever had to invade these places. These places, if the Chinese wanted to invade all these territories, all these countries that the Japanese invaded, they could do it easily with this kind of air basing. So they could have air cover, because the one thing an invasion always needs is air cover. If you've got air cover, you can invade, and this is what this provides to them.
As well as,
I mean, that's
close by resupply. They can stockpile.
Yeah, they can stockpile in advance supplies.
So is that the resupply is just from the island? They don't have to bring it from the mainland.
They could stock fuel and water. Probably a lot of those bunkers have huge water storage, and there's probably power. I don't know if we looked at the power plants on those islands, and they would need a lot of fuel.
They're doing it for solar.
In the tropics, with all that equipment and radars, you'd need air conditioning units, wouldn't you, to keep them cool?
And they can get water from that.
Yeah.
The U.S. water from air.
I don't know if we saw any evidence of desalination plants on the islands, but those we did. We saw some.
No, I did not. I didn't see any.
That would be interesting.
At the moment, from what I've been able to tell, the only thing that they have established on these things are catchment areas. So whatever they can catch from rainwater.
Oh yeah,
and they can
in the tropics. Yeah, they do that a lot. Yeah.
So they can also capture the air conditioner water.
Yeah.
And a single AC 1500 BTU air conditioner in 100% humidity environment, which what these islands are going to be. You can easily get 20 to 30 gallon per window air conditioner unit a day.
Interesting.
So they've got every air conditioner. They're going to be making water, because that's how the U.S. Army's water from air system works. It's just basically a giant air conditioner, and they pull the humidity out of the air with cold
like a dehumidifier.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Well, you got a lot of water in the air in the tropics. You got some very humid air.
I do have a question. And I've not been able to pinpoint it, but the source of power generation for these facilities that they have, these massive facilities, and all this equipment that they've got operating down there, I was not able to figure out where all that power is coming from. Now, I did see a lot of LNG ships. I'm assuming could they have put a small LNG plant on these islands?
They could.
That I'm not
They
finding?
could. They could, but
Okay.
they're trying to do a lot with solar. I mean, China is
They are trying
very
to do a lot
advanced in
with
solar.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if the Chinese have compact fusion units to be putting on these islands. The U.S. does, but I don't. And
I
the
don't think the
Russians
Chinese
do,
have
but
that.
I don't know if the Chinese do. The
Compact
Russians,
fusion, you mean fission, right?
yeah, fission.
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 They said fusion, but I think they meant fission. The Russians have nuclear reactors on barges, and they use the water.
Russians are so nuts. Oh my gosh.
They
they're so nuts.
they use the water that the barge is setting in for cooling.
And they're probably leaking radioactivity everywhere.
No, he meant fusion.
Fusion.
Yeah.
We don't have fusion.
No, we have not achieved fusion technology yet.
Yeah, that's some years off yet.
Yeah.
They keep promising it, and it keeps going. I know a physicist who thinks they'll never get fusion. He's got his own arguments. He's got a PhD from MIT, and he thinks it's stupidity.
All right, well, they're saying that they do. Then post a link to a working fusion reactor.
The military's using fusion reactors now?
This person, Sarah, says that we have a fusion reactor. So we want them to post a link that we can go look at it. So once they take Singapore, Malaysia, and the Greater Sudan Islands, look where's next? Australia. We already said that Australia is in trouble from China. Cold fusion is what Dark Star is there.
It'll be Solomon. They'll move out to the Solomon Islands, and
Yeah.
then they'll take Guam, and then they'll go down to Australia, New Zealand.
Now, the U.S. Navy has patented a compact fusion reactor, but they have not actually built one that's working. Apparently, Lockheed Martin explored compact fusion, but these are not deployed currently as operational power sources. So the military is deploying advanced fission microreactors, not fusion, is my understanding, right?
Yeah, I hadn't seen a cold fusion reactor.
Yeah. No, I don't. I mean,
I've
but
seen
the
it.
Navy got this 2019 patent for a compact fusion reactor. So who knows? I mean, space fusion is the goal, right? The U.S. military is partnered with all these private companies for the potential of having a fusion reactor in space, and that's how you make a real starship, right? Is if you get a fusion reactor, you can have you could have what do they call it? There was a name for it where it scoops up. There's hydrogen atoms in space, and it has scoops, and it scoops up hydrogen atoms, and it uses it as fuel as it goes. So it collects the fuel for the fusion as it speeds along in space, and it can accelerate faster and faster doing that. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. It's called the fusion, ramjet fusion or something like that. I'd have to go look at one of my books. But it's like a science fiction concept. We just aren't there yet, supposedly.
All right, let's get
Looking
into
at
questions.
this,
Or go ahead.
yeah, let's do Q&A. But Jeff, just really quickly, looking at this map. Sorry, did I miss something here?
Now,
Looking at this
are
map,
all of these in the process? How many of them are actually fully built? Do you know?
every pin that you see
Yeah.
is a facility that is established.
Established.
It is